Hello. Sorry, we're doing the setup process test messages. That went through. Now the big one. Test. Is the YouTube going through? The YouTube does not appear to be going through. Hello, Ringpop1234. How's it going? There will be sound in a moment. There will be game audio in a moment. I'm just, this is one of those games where when you Alt-Tab out of it, it turns the audio off. I don't know if there's a way to fix that. I'm old. But let me just do this. I'm trying to get YouTube chat to also show up on the side and not just Twitch chat. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. Happy New Year to you as well. Okay. Solved it. Solved it. Solved it. How are you doing, Ring Pop? And also, we have someone from Twitch, from YouTube here as well. How are you doing, Wings of Light? For anyone who didn't see our previous stream, this is Escape from Ever After. It's a Paper Mario inspired RPG. Think like Bug Fables and Born of Bread, that sort of thing, where they take the core elements of Paper Mario and then add a bunch of new stuff in, right? And so this one, the theming is, we jump between different storybooks and fairy tales. So last stream, we did the intro where we learned there's an evil corporation taking over fairy tales. And now we are in the Three Little Pigs. And we defeated a troll. We just started. There was a previous stream, but we are still early. Like, this is chapter 1. But my party, I've got Flynn is the main character. He's the sort of hero. He's got a shield. And then my companions, we've got Tinder, she's a dragon, and Wolfgang. No prizes for guessing what he is. He's a wolf. But we are going through the Enchanted Woods to learn a song so that Wolfgang can destroy the invincible straw. These woods ain't so bad so far. Kinda peaceful, innit? Quiet, you! There'll be time to stop and sniff the roses later. Flint, what took so long? We've been waiting forever. How'd you guys get past that bridge troll? What do you mean how'd we get past him? We paid the toll. Yeah, like the boss said, gotta support small businesses, especially in this economy. Yeah, we also paid? Great, then, enough yakking. You guys go ahead and scout a path for us. There's hidden grove somewhere deep within these woods with trees worth their weight in gold. And that special power you're looking for has gotta be around here somewhere too. I mustache this character a question. I thought he was a gang, just a multitude of dudes in a trench coat. Coins. We need the wealth. We need the money. It's all about the money. Just left a stream that just ended. This is a convenient time for it to start. Nice! I wonder if... There we go. Okay, got it. So, I think I need to light all these torches. Wow, funny fantasy game. I really like the art style here. Oh shit, I got attacked. Here we go. Also, thank you for the follow.
$20. Crab emoji.
Oh shit, thank you for the $20 donation, Cynthia. Wait, why didn't that show up on screen? Oh, hold on. I know what happened. Oh no, I messed something up. I made an oopsie doopsie. Hold on. Where is... Not chat. Alert box. I accidentally put the alert box underneath. Alright, we'll do a play again. We'll do a play again. You get Nick's Cage now. Thank you for the donation, Cynthia. Holy shit, thank you for $20. That's a lot. Thank you. Was there something you wanted for, like, a reward? I don't know if I have rewards written down there, but thank you so much. I forget if I have rewards written in there. I feel like the art style is a mix of Paper Mario and a Cuphead ROM hack. Ooh, Cuphead ROM hack. What Cuphead ROM hack have you played? It's rumored that these living trees contain the souls of those who lost their way in the Enchanted Woods. Their tough bark gives them protection against some attacks, but since they're made of wood, wanderers are vulnerable to burning. If left alive, these beings will plant a sapling that'll grow into a new wanderer. Uh-oh. What if we Flaming Fury you? And set you on fire. I'm so bad at the guard timing, y'all. Alright, we'll switch to Wolfgang. And we'll Cacophonous Chord. And then Fire Breath. There we go, I finally got a guard right. And we will encourage team. Your fierceness in battle is inspiring me to write a ballad in your honor. Meanwhile, Tinder will just be like, Fire Breath. I just wanted to do that after seeing... Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. I hope today's video didn't... I had a different thumbnail for it earlier, and I switched it last minute because it felt like emotionally manipulative, which is not what I wanted to aim for, you know? Like, I don't know, it's one of those things where balancing between, you know, wanting to be transparent with the audience versus, like... Ooh, huh. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to throw the shield again. Was trying to strike a balance between, like, you know, actually expressing my sort of thoughts, emotions, and whatnot, and being, transparent with the audience, because I do value transparency. Like, that's one of the things on YouTube that I do really value. And balancing that with, like, the idea of, you know, parasocial emotional manipulation type stuff. It bummed me out, but I'm being financially responsible, don't worry. Good, we don't want anyone to go broke over Fire Emblem, right? Burn you. Trying to plant a sapling. We will have you encourage team. And Cacophonous Chord. Whoop. And Cacophonous Chord. Bling. I really like how Wolfgang's guitar attack is like strumming. Fire Sneeze. You don't come off as sympathy baiting, don't worry. I mean, the problem is though, right? Like, it might not to you. It's like, if you, what's the thing where, like, you never know when you're falling for a scam, right? And, like, I know, obviously, you know, the emotional manipulation isn't exactly a scam or whatever, but I don't know. I think I think maybe I'm just overthinking it, but you know, anxiety type deal. Why can't I light that way? I finally figured out where the Code of the Burger King menu song is. It's KK Slider. Oh, it's KK Slider? There we go, I got it. I just had to jump a little bit higher. No, KK Condor KK Slider, okay. You are not immune to propaganda. Damn, Garfield reference? Garfield cart reference? Did y'all see the Garfield cart 2, All You Can Drift? Oh, we want Wolfgang because we do our song. Went on sale for the Christmas sale. I can't exactly recommend people buy it because I didn't. Because Garfield cart, like, if we're dropping the bit, right? Garfield cart was so fucking shit. But who knows? Maybe All You Can Drift it'll be the peak Kino 100 or whatever the kids say these days. It's funny because, like, when I do the young people slang, I think I make it very obvious that I'm an old fogey, and I'm not actually hello, fellow kids. But I have apparently accidentally tricked at least a couple of people into thinking that I am young in that regard. Because I've gotten comments from people who think that, they're like, you know, you'll learn when you're 20. Okay, buddy. Skivity 69. Is 6'7" even, like, still in fashion? I thought, 6'7" was no longer cool. That's what I heard. That it's like, the kids, they moved on. It's not cool anymore. And I didn't even get to upload my 6'7" Wars video. I'm behind the times, clearly. Wait up! You didn't forget about us. I could never. Okay, well, we'll be here if you need us. Keep up the good work, pal. We need to get the remaining musical notes. I know we saw one go off in this tunnel. I'm the correct age range for the slang, but I always use it from a distance and ironically because a lot of that slang is used primarily in TikTok culture, and I refuse to use the app. I saw the note go this way, but... Alright, is this a Lost Woods situation? This is the Lost Woods, okay. What do you got for me, buddy? These tunnels are going nowhere. Have you checked out that shrine? Red, yellow, blue. Are those their colors? No, the mice aren't red. Oh, is it the toadstools, maybe? I know north is the first one, so if we go red, then what would yellow be, though? Oh, wait, I know. Yeah, red is up, yellow is down, blue is right. So we go up, then we go down, then we go right. Or we just play the song. That's simpler. That's simpler. Hey, I just learned a new song, but what's it for? I can sense something different. That was quite a nice tune you played there. It sounds familiar, like I can hear it echoing in the distance. Hmm. Oh, well, it let me through. It let me through. Fuck! I wanted to breathe fire. Okay, if we go Flaming Fury, we can hit you two. And if we buckler throw... Oh, we can't... I think we switch to Wolfgang. And Cacophonous Chord, you. Six, 7 died because Crocodile sued Gen Alpha for defaming him. No, Tinder went down. I got distracted by chat. Okay, we could health share. You need 1 SP to health share. I think we start by killing this guy. Alright, now we health share. Fire breath. And block. Cacophonous shield. Or cacophonous cord, sorry. Fire breath you. I was curious and I checked Pokemon. Pokemon number 67 is Machoke. Damn, Machoke is hip with the kids. Is that like, the Bible verse that says Among Us? What is it, John 3:15 or something? There's a Bible verse that starts with Among Us. And that's like the hip joke is like, what's your favorite Bible verse? Oh, it's, you know, this Bible verse, and then you open it to the Bible and it says Among Us. Machoke, more like Machoke on these nuts! Chat, do you want to hear a knock-knock joke? I got a knock-knock joke. Knock-knock. Someone in chat has to say who's there. Go ahead. I mean, I did the first part of it already. So, you know, it's up to y'all now, the next part. Who's there? D's. And now you have to say D's who. D's who. D's are the adventures of the Starship Enterprise. I'm smiling like ear to fucking ear right now. That's the stupidest fucking shit, but I find it goddamn hilarious. You're explaining the knock-knock jokes like we're toddlers. It probably was just the stream delay, but it seemed like chat did not know the next correct step. So, you know, if that makes you toddlers, you said it, not me. My sister managed to find a Yokai Watch plushie for Christmas, and it's very peak. It's the Gay Pat Robot. Gay Cat Robot does sound pretty peak, not gonna lie. Sorry, I alt-tabbed for a second. That's where the sound cut out. Oh, I can hear the music by the correct tunnel. Okay. That's the puzzle. Is I gotta figure out what's the correct tunnel by listening to the music. That's the wrong music. That was the correct music. There we go. We'll do that. Block. And cacophonous chord and down. There we go. Fire breath. Kill you. Block. Indeed. Successful blocks. How do I... If I go... That didn't get me there. Oh, no, I just tossed my shield, right. 1 HP, 1 MP, and cures status effects. Okay. Or 5 HP, 5 MP. I think that's the wrong music. That's also the wrong music. Do I just go back where I came from? It seems that way. All right, we need Tinder for this. What do I sprout? I don't think sprout. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Huh. Yeah, that didn't get me there neither. Huh. Love to see women winning. Hell yeah. Tinder is the girl boss of our party. 1,000-Year Door looks a little bit different. I'm really liking this so far as like a... Oh! We used the apple to clog the waterfall. obviously. I'm stupid. As like a spiritual successor to the Paper Mario games. Alright, so you go down there. And we need a second one. If you remove winning, the sentence sees love to see women, and that is quite humorous and also quite factual. If you remove all of the words... If you remove all of the words from the sentence, and then replace it with, I hate pancakes, then it becomes about hating pancakes. Not so funny now, liberals, is it? Have you seen that thread that's like... So you love waffles? I do quite enjoy waffles, that is true. I have been known to eat a waffle or two. Media literacy is dead. Average Matt Walsh argument. If you remove women from the sentence, it sounds like something you'd cancel for saying to a blind child. So we go... like this. You're laughing. She hates pancakes and you're laughing. It's blue, red, yellow, blue. If you remove everything but women in the sentence is about women. Pancakes are the secret to happiness. I eat pancakes and I just feel better. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so it's dun 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 dun. So it's this one. Ah, here we go. Okay. So we have a bomb here. Oh, okay. We need to push this bomb to blow up those rocks. Okay. Maybe I, a woman, should try pancakes for my girlfriend, a woman, tomorrow. Women in pancakes, you know? You may entice a woman by offering her a piece of waffle. I mean, cheese. Okay, so we burn you to death. Women are like pancakes. Mmm, yummy, yummy. Okay, well, restoration. Then he sprouts up. And we go cacophonous chord. Women are like pancakes. I like pancakes. How could you say something so controversial and yet so brave? Alright, do we want more badges or more mana? I think more badges. Always go for more badges. And I think we go guard expert. Oh, no, health boost. We can go health boost and buckler blitz. Okay, and then Tinder has 2 available. We can give Wolfgang dire straits because Wolfgang has the minus defense. With Tinder having 2 available, I think we get rid of free health share and equip guard expert. Oh no, we didn't have free health share on. Brutal ambush, winged smackdown, flaming fury. I think we give Tinder the guard expert. I need to learn to guard better. Love to see women winning equals Lowen. FE7 moment. Lowen is kind of peak Cav design, in my opinion. Like, that's the really frustrating thing about FE7 is it has some cool ideas in it. They're just bogged down by the shit, right? So, like, Lowen is kind of just peak Cav design. Because he's just, like, kind of shit, but he's there. And that's what matters. Is, like, him existing, right? And I kind of love that, like, as a Cav design. Like, give me 1 Cav. And he's just sort of... He is the unit of all time, but because he has horse utility, he's good. But then you remember the only reason Lowen is actually like that is because Kent and Sane are incredibly unbalanced units. Because Kent and Sane suck ass because the game was... The Lin mode conundrum is like so fucking strong, right? Where it feels like, okay, the game was very clearly not designed with you skipping Lin mode in mind. But Lin mode is just a boring ass, like generic ass boring tutorial. So why would you not skip Lin mode if you already know how to play, right? Like, but then if you do, basically every unit who originates from Lin mode gets severely nerfed. But then if you play it and you play Lin hard, right? Then Kent and Sane get severely buffed to the point where they're just Marcus 2.0. Like, if you just give the Knight's Crest to Sane, then now the game has 2 Marcuses. And Marcus was already not a balanced unit. Did we really need a second one? The Linundrum. Chat, actually, I'm deeply curious, chat. If you were going to play a game of FE7, I know, horrifying to think of, but if you were, would you play Lin mode or not? Would you play Lin mode or you skip it? Maybe I'll make this a poll on my, like, community posts. I think there are actually elements of a no Lin mode playthrough that are very interesting. You know, the design of, like, Florina and Lowen and whatnot being, like, early Cav, who's the only one you get, and the others kind of suck, and... Getting there is going to be such a pain in my fucking ass. Maybe it's not worth it. I wonder what's in that treasure chest, though. If you don't use the armor quest, you keep it for Eliwood and Hector mode. The Night Crest, no. Items do not transfer between Lin mode. The only, like, I guess, you know, benefit or whatever to items in Lin mode is your funds rank impacts... Your funds rank impacts what type of gem Lin starts within her inventory. So keeping items in people's inventory, like, increases your Lin mode funds rank, which, as a result, gives you a better gem in Lin's starting inventory in Eliwood and Hector mode. But you don't actually get to keep any items. No! Oh, I almost made it. I've never understood the ranks in Fire Emblem. So they work differently in different games. But in Game Boy Advance, specifically FE7, there's 4 of them. The turns rank, I believe it's called strategy. It's just it's like golf. Every map has a par on it. And you need to meet that par or get lower than that par, and you get like a letter grade based on how much you meet it or are lower than it, right? And that's why the Hector mode ranks are actually glitched. I need to do it twice. That's so obnoxious. But yeah, so the turn rank is actually glitched. If you play Hector mode, all of the Hector mode exclusive maps have pars of 0 turns, which is impossible to accomplish. So the ranking, like getting your strategy rank, your turn rank, I believe it's called the tactics rank, getting that is way harder than it was supposed to be in Hector mode. Which, you know, just another FE7 moment. Was I supposed to... Oh, maybe I'm supposed to do... Yeah, I think I'm supposed to do it like that. So that's the first one. The second rank is funds. The funds rank, it uses the value of all of the items you own and the gold that you have. However, because you sell items at half of their value, selling items actually hurts your funds rank, which feels counterintuitive. It's not actually a glitch. It's just counterintuitive. Because basically, you know, an iron sword, basically an item's value is what you buy it for, but you sell it for half of what you buy it for. And that's why selling an item hurts your funds rank. No, that's not what I was supposed to do. Am I missing something? There might be an ability I don't have that I need to come back here for later. FE7's funds rank require you to sell Dart's promo item. No, FE7's funds rank, the best thing to do is to keep Dart's promotion item in your inventory instead of selling it. Can you ride the apples? I don't know, actually. I haven't tried. I do have to knock them around, but I think once I knock it into position, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to ride it. That's a good idea. Either way, Dart sucks in FE7. Yeah, I mean, so, to be clear, the promotion item gold thing, it's not just a ranked mode thing. I think that gold is useful even if you're not doing a ranked run. Because, like, you can use that gold to hire, the Pegasus sister. What's her name? Yeah, look at that, chat. You're so fucking smart. Oh, it was an ink bottle. That's worth it, too. That's a good item. The other rankings are experience and survival. The survival ranking is pretty obvious what it is. Just don't let your units die, right? Which I know a lot of people don't like having their units die anyway. And then the experience one, it's just the amount of experience that you gain. And that's sort of like the extra tricky one. Because it, requires you to do the sort of Thracia fatigue thing. And rotate out your cast. So you can get weak units. Because having weak units means they can gain more experience. Sorry, I have to keep pausing to listen to the music. Because the puzzle requires that we go in the tunnel with the correct song. And we're done. Check out Lin mode. We got that rain map. Yo, chapter 10 being a rain map is such a it's like one of the decisions of all time. There, the entrance to the Enchanted Grove is just up ahead. Ah, the entrance is sealed off. Where do those mischievous wisps get off to? They went into the cauldron. Alright, the gate's been opened. Let's go. There's that one limb on that introduced a mechanic never used again. Switches. Yo, the switches were so cool! Justice for the switches! FE7 should have had a real switch map. If there's one thing people love, it's the minus movement effects on them. I think, in theory, weather could have been cool. I mean, we'll see in Fortune's Weave. They're bringing weather back. But I think, in theory, it could have been cool. Even if one of them was a minus movement effect, it just needs to not cut it by as much, right? Like, what if rain was just -1 move or something? That could be interesting. But rain cutting your move in half is such an extreme swing. Or like, what if rain made it so that cavalry lost a bunch of move, but infantry's fine? Because riding the horse in the rain, there's the mud, they're like bucking and stuff, it's hard. But infantry's fine, like do the desert thing. Except for this time it also affects flyers. Or what if flyers no longer have flying? Like, what if flyers are grounded when it's raining? You can't fly high, it's too windy. You're just basically cavalry now. That would be kind of cool. Weather effects, if you're outside the building, you take damage like hail. Yeah, like hail in Pokemon. That could be cool. Weather could also balance out cavalry, especially flyers. I think there'd be so much of an excuse for people not to fly in the rain. Like, the TSA has to close down. Right? This game looks super and/or Paper Mario and/or-esque. It is Paper Mario-esque. It is. Closer to TTYD and 64 than Super, because it's a good game. I joke. It is a good game. I don't like Super. I'm a hater. Flyers having a harder time would at least cut down on their supremacy. Yeah. Anytime there's a mechanic that can hurt flyers, I'm usually kind of a fan of it. Well, hello, a visitor. I rarely get one of those. Come have a seat. Welcome to my cabin. I run a unique business out here in the woods. You've been collecting EXP and getting stronger, no? Do you ever regret your choices? I can help you change that for a cost. I usually charge 75 coins, but for your first time I'll offer my services free of charge. Would you like to use my services for free? This is the only time I can let you use this offer. Come back anytime. I don't actually think I want to respec. I like the level ups I've gotten, but this is Rip Cheeto. I'm glad they have a Rip Cheeto type in the game. What if Thunder Tome increased accuracy in the rain? Now we're really digging into the Pokemon, aren't we? An archetype. It's the Rip Cheeto archetype, baby! Or is it Chet Rippo? I can never remember which one's which. I think that's Rip Cheeto, and Chet Rippo's the one who... No, I think that's Chet Rippo, and Rip Cheeto's the one you give 64 coins to for a bunch of random effects. A free race back at the point of the game where you have better understand the mechanics is nice. Yeah, I do like that the first one is free. And then future ones costing money. So that, like, if you need to, if you invested in something and then, like, didn't realize, oh, wait, I actually don't like that, and you want to change it, you can do that. But it doesn't let you constantly respec without spending money. Dragon Veins were such a cool concept. They were. I hope that we get something like them again. Oh, right. We got some new decorations for our office. That guy gave us the ball. Snake plant. And then we have a picture of Wolfgang. And we got a rug. Are you a government worker for this in this? So we are working for Ever After Inc., which is a big evil corporation that is basically, they're taking over storybooks and plundering them for their resources, like colonizers. And so we have decided to join them and sort of take them down. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize my inventory was full. Alright, we will eat the muffin. There was someone who was selling an item pouch. Was that the Cheshire Cat? Yeah, and I don't have the sun gems for it. Okay. That's unfortunate. There's a plant. Oh, no, we already got the plant over there, right? I can't wait until the conservatives start arguing Lord Business from the Lego movie was a good guy. Oh no, it's gonna happen, isn't it? I have the stuff to make a muffin loaf. Ooh, muffin loaf sounds good. But yeah, so we joined them in order to take them down from the inside. Which is why we are in the Three Little Pigs area, because they're trying to destroy the wolf village so they can put up shitty apartments. And so we were assigned to negotiate with the wolves and convince the wolves to accept the deal so that they can put up the shitty apartments. And as you might have noticed from the fact we have a wolf in our companions, we've decided to do something a little bit different, and we're gonna kill the Three Little Pigs. Creativity is woke. The building blocks should only be used for their intended purposes. Okay, I agree that you should be able to be creative with the Legos. However, as an autistic child who had a lot of Lego sets, I was very much I'm following the instructions, I'm following the instructions, I'm following the instructions. And then when I went to my friend Brendan's house and he like would buy new Lego sets and dump them all in the tin together and they're all mixed in with each other, it hurt me in my fucking soul. So, I'm not saying you need to follow the instructions and kill your creativity. I'm just sharing my experience as a poor young autistic child who just wanted to follow directions and be a good kid. Alright, boys. We made it. This wood's gotta be worth a lot of weight in gold. Let's get chopping. Gee, boss, are you sure? Cutting down this ancient tree seems a bit, I don't know, cruel? Son, let me share some wisdom with you. There's two kinds of mice in this world. Those that chop and those that get chopped. So get chopping. Rats, the wood's too thick. We're not even making a den. Put your backs into it. Come on. Your generation is so soft, let me tell you. You're welcome to jump in here and try it for yourself, old prune. What was that? I didn't say nothing. Sorry, boss. It's not gonna happen. This tree's as hard as stone. Ugh. Not leaving till we got what we came for. Those pigs are gonna pay us a fortune for this lumber. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but we're gonna keep moving. Yeah, go for it. Secret power you're looking for should be up ahead. Is Will Ferrell autistic in the Lego movie? I should clarify that I am not trying to use autism as an excuse for evil Will Ferrell. I'm not pulling an Elon Musk. And, okay, so we've got green, yellow, red, yellow, green. If I had a nickel every time Will Ferrell plays the antagonist businessman in the story about toys coming to life, I'd have 2 nickels. Wait, is he in one of the Toy Story movies? Is he, Al from Al's Toy Barn? Hold it. You got the special power you came for, huh? Well, get that in you. That'll get you in the construction fight for sure. But you need one more thing. Here. Construction vest. The fake mouse tail probably isn't gonna fool anyone. And construction helmet. Stay safe, and no, those mouse ears will not improve your hearing. You can use costumes like you're one of us. Might help. I'll let you wear that, Flynn. Thanks. Oof, it is exhausting. I can't keep this up forever. Keep going. I'll say it again. We're not leaving until we have that wood. Honestly, boss, if we do cut the tree down, I'm not sure how you expect us to carry it out of here anyway. No more complaining. Come on, Flynn. Let's get out of here. All right, let's join the construction crew. Oh wait, I think I went to the wrong one. We want the mellow metal, actually. I'm a bad leftist. I haven't seen the Barbie movie. No, that makes you a good leftist. I'll just repeat what I put on my Letterboxd review. My apparently controversial take that the Barbie movie is fucking... It's feminism 101 that for some reason every leftist I know is pretending is some sort of ridiculously progressive, super awesome movie. And it's like, no, a corporation made the most Garbo Feminism 101 movie that ends, by the way, with a scene that defines a woman as someone who has a vagina and is fertile. And you are not a real woman if you don't fit into that category, according to the Barbie movie. But for some reason, all these, like, legitimate actual leftists, not liberals, are like, holy shit, Barbie is so progressive. Holy shit, this movie about the Mattel doll. Women, 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 women. Oh, right, the film ends with a joke where she's going to see his gynecologist. I don't think it was played as a joke. I might be misreading it, but I don't think it was a joke. I think it was, like, meant to be a big emotional movie. She's no longer a plastic doll. The big thing now is she can have baby, because that's what women do. I'm so glad I'm not the only one who hated that movie. It had a whole evil detransition arc and everything. Yeah! And at the emo detransit, we're like, no, sorry, you gotta grow up and stop being so revolutionary and just live in the real world where Barbie is the path to women's liberation. Isn't there a trans doll? One of the actors is trans. Like, one of the actors who plays one of the Barbies, I think, is trans. But I might be wrong about that. I don't remember. They got a bunch of, like, Hollywood big names to deliver the message that men and women should be equal. I don't even know what the message was supposed to be. Like, because Barbie Land starts out with, like, men as second-class citizens.
Oh, that's strange. Didn't see anything in the weather report about a storm today.
Wolfgang, keep playing. Get pugged, it is unavoidable. Intruder alert. It's like that fairy tale. It is, it's just like that fairy tale. Okay, my assumption is I need to hit this. Let's research you. Robo-Pig. As the loyal mechanical minions of the Three Little Pigs, Robo-Pigs are programmed to attack any intruder who dares to enter the construction site. When powered by their beacon counterparts, Robo-Pigs are invincible. In these cases, go for the beacons first. There we go. Okay, easy enough, easy enough. Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. Okay, you know what? We will restoration. The police is a pig. It's Boars. Officer Boars. I enjoyed my time with the Barbie movie. I wasn't compelled much by the depth of what it had to do, and the extremely on-the-nose dialogue often failed throughout the film. I want to be clear, I'm not saying you're not allowed to like the film. If you enjoyed the Barbie film, I didn't. I thought it was pretty bad. But if you liked it, like, that's perfectly fine. And, like, if you took something away from it, then I didn't. That's also, like, you're not valid for enjoying a thing that I didn't enjoy, right? But I do take issue with the sort of the narrative around it being a, you know, progressive masterpiece. And, like, I know obviously Cynthia was joking when she said, I'm a bad leftist because I didn't watch it or whatever. I'm assuming that was a joke. I might be wrong. But it did just remind me of the weird narrative around, like, hey, this movie made by a corporation to sell toys. Like, ultimately, the goal of the Barbie movie is the same goal as the goal of the Transformers movie, right? They want to sell their toys. And you know, you can still like the movie, you know. Do you think we... Okay, I think we buckler barrage you. Fuck. Well, okay, Flaming Fury, I guess. Oh, and burn him, nice. Oh, he's... Okay, so he buffs his allies. Fire Breath you. And then... Can we kill you with the barrage? Sorry, chat. I don't mean to neglect you. I just got, like, hyper-focused on that fight. I think it speaks to our times that such a movie was considered progressive. I wouldn't even necessarily say that. I think it speaks to the level of I guess you would call it, like, corporate brainwashing or, like, brand defending, Disney adulting, whatever. That, like, it's that thing where, like, the Marvel show Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which, like, took the symbol for murdered and kidnapped indigenous peoples and turned it into a terrorist flag. And people will say that that was a woke show because and like progressive show or whatever because the main character is black. I think whoever said media literacy is dead earlier sort of hit the nail on the head, where people are more concerned with vibes than with what is actually being said. Billy, how do you say her last name? Had a pretty good song for the film. For Barbie? I don't remember any of the songs for Barbie other than the Ken one, because I remember I saw the Barbie film like a year after it came out. My wife and I watched it for like New Year's last year, I want to say. And I remember the hype around the Ken song. So when it finally came out, I was like, all right, this is gonna be like awesome, isn't it? And it was just the most nothing burger 30 seconds of a song I've ever heard. I was like, really, that? And the move was bad because it tried to have a feminist lesson, but it failed to actually teach it well. Yeah. I just wanted to chime in and say, I love your videos, even if I don't have time to watch them. I'm glad to hear that. Please don't feel like obligated to watch stuff. But I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it. The ones that you do feel the need and liking to watch. Hey, I was wondering where all you went off to. All us unicorn workers are going on strike. That's right. Have you seen those crazy robots everywhere? Well, the pigs plan to use them. Use those rotten machines to replace us all. And we've had enough. We're planning to bring the picket line all the way to the boss's cushy residence. Problem is they blocked the way forward with this crate. We can't get through. Will you help us? No, I don't support unions. Yo, they really let you say no, I don't support unions. Great, I knew you mice wouldn't let us down. Now, the only way to move the crate is by using that crane up there. To get to the crane, all you need to do is take the yellow elevator you passed back by the entrance. Not a problem. We can take the elevator up and use the crane to remove the cart. You just need the key to open the elevator. Here, you can have mine. Is what I would say if I still had it.
Classic. So, where might your key be?
That burly-looking pig confiscated it from me and took it that way. So, you're gonna have to hop the river and retrieve the key yourself. You look pretty young and spry. Shouldn't be a problem for you. We'll get out of your way. Don't forget to come back for us, you hear? Filthy scab. Hashtag your choices really matter. Can I blow out this water? Uh-oh. Ah, okay, so we can sprout Serenade. Support the unicorn strike! Don't cross the picket line! Don't be the third one! Support your local labor union. How do I get the bomb over there? Wait, am I stuck? Did I soft lock myself? Oh, fuck. Okay, no, we got over to this side. I don't think I was supposed to be able to get there. Do I jump? If I jump on you, can it sink down? There we go, okay. We use the wind to blow it out once it's lit. There we go. My main problems was being too characteristic. It seemed like they were actually ridiculizing the issue by making every single man evil or stupid. Yeah! And, the Will Ferrell character was also so confusing. Like, what were we, the audience, supposed to think about the Will Ferrell character? I think we definitely want Wolfgang. And we ready Requiem. You? Oh, right. Fuck. Restoration, y'all. Will Ferrell versus Will Domesticated. But yeah, like, so his character was, like, evil for half of the movie, and then, like, he catches up to them, and he's like, oh, actually, I think Barbie and Mattel is great and good and perfect, actually. I fucked it. I keep fucking up that action command. How am I so bad at this shit? Okay, do we have items? Well, coffee cake. And then another buckler blitz. So that kills you. And now we can buckler throw this to get rid of the invincibility. And cord you. Is the Danny Doyle letterbox public? It is. I made a community post when I first made it last week that linked it, but I can... Hold on, I can link it again. Also, Thomas Clark, thank you for the $5 donation. Wait, did that not get picked up by the alert box? I didn't see it. Oh, I think it was just quiet compared to the music. Thank you so much for the $5 Unicorn Union's dues donation. I missed that. I'm so sorry. When I was hyper focused on the battle. Bad streamer. Let me grab my letterbox. It is, I guess, an insight into my weird and shitty movie taste. Most of the movies that I reviewed on it, I gave non-meme ratings to, although I did give Morbius 5 stars. I should clarify, I do not actually think Morbius is 5 stars. I explained my ratings for a lot of them, but some of them were like meme explanations. So sorry about that. Jurassic Park reviews. I have not reviewed Jurassic Park. I've kind of just reviewed whatever movies I think about. Maybe we'll do a Danny Doyle letterbox stream at some point where I review what you want. If you hate A Christmas Story, I have no qualms with you. I have not actually seen A Christmas Story. What is A Christmas Story? Which one is that? I assume, presumably, it's, you know, it's on Christmas. Oh, wait, I have seen A Christmas Story. I saw it when I was sick. That's You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, isn't it? You'll shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out. It's that one. Can someone fill me in? When did we get a third character? Are we still working for the company? So we got the Big Bad Wolf. We went to negotiate with the wolves and, convince them to give up their rights. And that was when we got the Big Bad Wolf. This timing feels so tight. Oh, wait, no, I know what I need to do. Right, I gotta... We gotta blow out the flame again. It's an hour and a half of Schadenfreude. All I remember is you'll poke your eye out. Or you'll shoot your eye out. It strikes me as very likely that it is just like a bunch of sort of... Oh, he also like, doesn't he fight Santa in the mall and like shit his pants in the ball pit? Or is that Jingle All the Way? I might be mixing it up with Jingle All the Way. My favorite Christmas Story scene is the Santa one. Okay, so he does fight Santa in the mall and then shit his pants in the ball pit. Is what I'm hearing. Okay, we'll buckle or blitz you. And we will encourage the team. That buckler throw is amazing. I just want to fetch it. All right, now you... Synergy? Oh, no, we need 2 SP for that, right. Okay. So we will buckler throw you. Cacophonous Chord. Cacophonous Chord. Buckler Throw. Tactics, encourage the team. You definitely earned your Big Bad Wolf namesake. Cacophonous Chord. These enemies are boring. Yuck, 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 yuck. The movie tries to have like a billion plot lines and there's no focus, no order. We're just doing this now until credits. Yeah, I think that's kind of the point though. It's not really a story so much as like a slice of life, right? A bunch of little, you know, episodic snippets of, you know, a simpler time or whatever. To be clear, like, you don't have to like it. That sort of thing, you know, it's definitely not for everyone. But it's not trying to tell, like, a singular story, like, with all the stuff being interconnected or whatever. It's almost like, you know, an old sitcom or whatever with... You watch a bunch of episodes and they all just, you know, they tell different stories instead of being serialized. I think that's neat. We will restoration. Buckler throw you. And strum for you. Crazy that Sunkern is so bad and Sunflora is so mediocre, but it still requires a whole Evo Stone to get. Oh, because of the Sun Gem I got? They play child abuse for laugh when the mom beats her kids after being accused of teaching Ralphie fuck. And we hear it over the phone, and I don't know, I hate that. Yeah, that's awful. That doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me that that was in a movie in, like, what was it, the 80s, the 70s, the 90s? Heck, I wouldn't have been surprised early 2000s, to be honest. I would unfortunately also actually not be surprised if a movie that came out today had child abuse as a joke. I mean, fuck, no, I don't even have to say I wouldn't be surprised. Do y'all remember the Umbrella Academy? Talk about a monumental fall off. But season 3 of the Umbrella Academy has an entire arc where child neglect. Haha, child neglect. Isn't that funny? With number 2's child. I never watched Umbrella Academy. It's so frustrating because the first season of Umbrella Academy is actually, like, really poignant about child abuse and neglect, and it has a lot of, like, interesting and I think relevant things to say about abuse and neglect. Like, there's a conversation that they have because the children were all their now deceased father was very abusive, training them to try to be superheroes. And there's a conversation that they have with their that number 1 has with the caretaker fairly early on. And the caretaker, who's a monkey, Pogo, says, you know, he loved you in his own way. And number 1 says, yeah, he did love me in his own way, and that's the problem. And I just think that's, like, so, like, a 2-line exchange that is so, telling of just sort of the writers at that time understood much more about child abuse than when in season 3, haha, play for laughs, how much, you know, he's trying to ditch his son now. The girl's trying to ditch her son now. Like, isn't this neglect very funny? That they don't pay attention to the son and then he ends up getting in trouble and getting hurt and stuff. Isn't that funny? Yeah, that's the problem. OMG, cool. Because, like, so often abuse is framed as, like, a parent not loving their child. And that can be the case. But often it is not. Often it is abuse despite the fact that the parent loves the child. I love child neglect jokes. Yeah, it was not good. And then, of course, season 4, I guess spoilers for the end of the Umbrella Academy, but if you care about the end of the Umbrella Academy, this is your spoiler warning. But season 4 ends with, in order to save the world, the reveal is that in order to save the world, all of the main characters who have been abused and traumatized throughout their entire life, and some of them suicidal, some of them alcoholic or drug addict or various other things that come from the trauma and abuse, right? They all very much have, you know, the trauma has led them to the self-hatred and stuff, right? The conclusion is they all need to die in order to save the world because, and I swear to God I'm not making this up, they are not supposed to exist. They were never supposed to exist. And so the only way for them to fix this apocalypse that is their fault for existing because they weren't supposed to exist is to all collectively gather together and die. And they gather together and die holding hands, and it's presented as some sort of noble sacrifice. And like, you just know there was some sort of major shift in the writing team in between seasons, because it sounds like abuser talk. Yeah, and like that's the thing, is like, I don't think that it was intended to be abuser talk. I think it was just not recognizing the implications of it, because the idea was that like they're jumping between multiverses, and basically their father and their dead mother had like done some experiment thing to cause them to, they were all immaculate conceptions. Like basically the premise is around the world, like 37 women who were not pregnant all gave birth at the exact same time, right? And they were, and we learn later that the reason was like the parents actually caused that with like alien magic experiment stuff. I forget, the lore gets bonkers. But so the idea was that like, you know, the reason that all these apocalypses keep happening is the universe is trying to correct itself to eliminate something that wasn't supposed to come into existence, because he's not supposed to create life, right? So very basic like sci-fi plot. Like you can see a lot of properties doing something similar to that. Like the universe is trying to self-correct. Time travel stories do that all the time, where it's like, you know, you travel back in time, save someone who was supposed to die, and then the universe conspires and kills them Final Destination style. Not terrible on its own. However, making it be the objects of the story who were not supposed to exist are these traumatized children who are, you know, because of their abuse, oftentimes suicidal, oftentimes addict, oftentimes all that stuff. Like, they're centering the wrong... They're taking a generic trope and then applying it to a situation that unfortunately implies, yeah, exactly, don't tell traumatized people they're not meant to exist. I think, like, I don't think it's malice on the part of the writing team. I think it's carelessness. And that doesn't make it any less gross, but it does mean that, like, you know, I think intention is something that matters, even if the impact is still disgusting. It's a negative thought that I actually have when I'm depressed. I think that's a thing that a lot of people can relate to. That's fucked up. How did that even get past the proofreaders? It's so frustrating because, like, I would love to recommend Umbrella Academy, aside from the fact that Netflix is super expensive, but, yo ho, with bottle of rum, all that stuff, right? But, like, if you want to watch Umbrella Academy, watch the first 2 seasons. They're brilliant. And then stop. Maybe watch season 3 if you, like, still want a little bit more but are okay with it going downhill, and also, like, are cool with skipping the scenes with the child neglect jokes. But do not watch season 4. Not, like, because, like, the ending is awful in terms of the implications, but the writing also just plummets downhill. I canceled Netflix 4 price hikes ago. Did y'all hear about Netflix's 2025, end of 2025 ad? They put an advertisement on TV where they spoiled every hit show of 2025. Like, literally. They would show the show and have, like, text that says, this character dies in episode 7. Or have text that says, you know, this person... They showed a murder mystery and had text that said, this is the killer. They literally just, it was 2 minutes of just spoilers for every big show, movie, everything that they've released this year. And it's like, what is the fucking, and their argument, their idea they're saying is, we're getting rid of the old to make room for the new, because there's going to be so much good new stuff this year. But it's like, their shows, yeah, their shows, all the Netflix shows. But it's like, not everyone watches everything as soon as it comes out. Like, I actually have a rule that unless I trust a show's creator, I'm not going to watch something until it's approaching its final season. Because I call it the Game of Thrones rule, because I don't want to commit 20 years of my life to the ending of Game of Thrones. Right? And it's also just, I don't want to wait 3 years between seasons. Like, I'm not gonna binge something all in an afternoon, but if I watch a season of television and season 2 comes out 3 years later, by the time season 2 comes out, I've probably forgotten most of the stuff from season 1, so I have to do a rewatch anyway, at which point, why not just wait and do all the initial watches next to each other, right? I imagine being a creative person who is published at networks. Yeah, it's the fucking complete disregard for the idea of the art for the art's sake. Like, they just want they just want the hype. They just want the hype. I'm imagining binging One Piece after it's done. How many episodes is One Piece now? It's like 1,000.
No, my home, it's gone. Gee, bro, you sure made a stink about my house made from straw, but, sticks don't seem to do much better. Quiet, you! We gotta warn a little bro about these punks. I'm sure they're coming for him next. Going up! Just make sure you punks can't follow me.
Oh, dang, this elevator's busted! We gotta follow them up there. How do we fix this? I suppose if my other unicorn pals are here, we could repair this thing. Here, the big burly pig dropped his elevator key. Won't do much good for this elevator, but it'll work on the other one by the entrance. Great. We'll go get the other unicorns and bring them to you. We are currently at 1,155 episodes. Jesus. Consume product, move on to the next one. Yeah. No, I mean, Netflix television shows are not art anymore, or at least they're not, you know, considered art by the people who make, not by the people who make them, by Netflix, right? I don't know that I've seen, I was just thinking about it. I don't know that I've seen any of the big Netflix shows this year. Netflix thinks of their movies and shows as content. Yeah. And the thing is, we're talking about it as Netflix because, like, Netflix is the one that did this most recently, but I imagine most other streaming services are also, like, in the same bag of, like, you know, Netflix, we have the internal documents about, like, second screen. In case you're not aware, an internal document about an internal document from Netflix, I think either leaked or just was, like, straight up released on purpose, where they talked about designing stuff for second screen experience. They intentionally want shows to, like, keep repeating the same information so that people who are on their phone and not paying attention to the show will be able to keep up. Hi, Luna. How are you? Of course they do.
Guys?
Yeah?
We're, like, really high up.
Yeah, check out this view. It's great.
But my wings can't fly anymore. I could actually fall. I'm kind of freaking out right now.
It'll be fine. We'll just take it one step at a time. The crane is up ahead. It shouldn't be too far from here.
I don't know how you land dwellers do this. Please, for the love of holy God, don't make me fall.
Repeating what they say makes the show straight up worse. If you're actually paying attention to it, it does. But if you're on your phone... or like watching it on your second monitor while you're like playing a video game or whatever, then you need the repeated information because you're not internalizing everything, you're not paying enough attention to. I'm doing okay, super overworked by my new job. I won't have time to focus on art and hang out with friends again. What's your new job? Let's... Tactics... Not only are worker gnomes a bit stronger than their standard counterparts, but they have the ability to beef up enemy robots in the battlefield with extra attack buff. And like normal gnomes, these crafted creatures still carry shields and stack themselves. Alright, we'll Cacophonous Chord you. Fuck! Alright, are y'all gonna stack up? You not stack up, okay. We'll Cacophonous Chord you. And I think we just encourage team. You're gonna be a famous musician in no time. Do we have an item to heal you? Yeah, let's muffin up Wolfgang. I'm working 2 shifts at a restaurant. I'm the only person who's regularly scheduled at my current sector, so on the second shift, I'm usually super, super busy. That sounds rough. Are you doing like server stuff? In terms of, you said the only person scheduled on your sector, I'm assuming from that. Only food service work I've ever done. Without you, life would be flat. I worked in a kitchen as room service in a hotel. But I only did it part-time. It was never my primary source of income. The main reason I did it was so I'd get hotel discounts, because it was at that time I was really big into Magic the Gathering, and we would travel around the country to different tournaments, and the employee discount I was working at a DoubleTree, so it was every Hilton, and the employee discount, I could get a room for, I think it was like $20 a night, $10 a night, something absurd. So my friends and I would just, I think it was $20 a night, yeah. Because we would get 4 people stacking in the room, each of us spends $5. Bada bing, bada boom. The Danny lore is wild. Is that Danny lore? I guess that is Danny lore. It's not really that wild though, is it? That like a nerd was into Magic the Gathering? I don't think that's that unbelievable. Should the reserve list be abolished, yes or no? I don't think it's a yes or no question. If I have to give a binary yes or no answer, the answer is yes. But I do think there's slightly more to it than just straight up yes or no. Wizards has unfortunately put themselves in the position where they are potentially financially liable if they abolish the reserve list. However, I would argue to a lesser extent than they, imply. More synergy points with it. So confidence. We'll go pity party. Pity party for pity flower. Just because I know pity flower, obviously pity flower sucks. And we have free health share for you. And confidence. But yeah, I think not to the extent that Wizards likes to pretend they are. Because the thing is that Wizards, I think, somewhat benefits from... Or no, they don't benefit from the reserve list, but they kind of just, like, don't want to deal with the hassle. The community blowback, and I think there would be blowback from certain segments. I think that the positive reception would outweigh the community blowback. But I also think that, like, they probably just don't want to deal with the headache. Oh, wow. I can't wait to see this crane in action. Rumor has it that Pigs found an amazing supplier for their construction equipment. They're quality, but cheap. It's gonna fall apart. It's gonna immediately fucking fall apart. Yup!
I got my castle security system from the same supplier.
There'd be blowback and lawsuits. Yeah. The thing is, they've tested the waters a few times as well with, like, judge promos and semi-functional reprints, and the community reception has not been great. So, like, it's possible the negative would outweigh the positive, and I think Wizards just kind of doesn't want to deal with it. I also think that eliminating the reserve list wouldn't actually help that much, because Eternal formats are fucking dead anyway. Like, Modern doesn't have a reserve list, and Modern is dead. As much as I love Legacy and Vintage, those formats are not dead because of the reserve list. Because there are plenty of non-reserve list cards that Wizards just hasn't reprinted. Wizards hasn't even bothered to have a functioning reprint policy for non-reserve list cards. They turn universes beyond the reserve list too. That's actually exactly what I was going to say. That was going to be my next point about how, like, it's a more enforceable reserve list, because while they can do, like, the through the almond path stuff or whatever, let's be real, they're not. They're not doing that. But, like, they can't reprint the 13th Doctor unless they get the copyright stuff. Like, if they get sued by collectors for making dual lands less expensive, it will financially hurt them, but much less than if they get sued by the fucking British Broadcasting Channel. Now, there are some that, like, fall under Hasbro. Like, universes beyond, fucking any of the D&D ones. They can reprint much more easily. But they won't, because they're not doing reprint sets anymore. All of their sets are new sets. They killed master sets. Where the fuck do these universes beyond cards get reprinted? Like, master sets were how you got reprints that were plane specific. without revisiting the plane. Transformers is Hasbro. I didn't even know there was a Transformers. I don't keep up with fucking Magic the Gathering. Friendship is Magic the Gathering. Yeah. I think it's a much tougher lawsuit for licensing companies for Universes Beyond. Yeah. Way to go, my squeaky friend. Now it's time to show them pigs what we're made of. Why don't you come with us? Let's march! And the collectors of the oldest fuck reserveless cards. Here's the other thing, right? Do you think it would be morally wrong to take part in a anti-reserve list lawsuit? Because if you can get that bag, right? If you can get that bag from a company, why not? Is sort of the way that I look at it. This has honestly got me thinking, because I have a lot of reserve list cards. Like, I just own a lot of them because I play Legacy, right? I have a Tabernacle. I've got most dual lands, a playset of them. No, I've got a lot of reserve list cards because I've got a lot of the Legacy staples. And thinking about it, like, if there were ever the elimination of the reserve list, I would absolutely sign on to a lawsuit if it would get me some money, because, like, fuck WotC. They sent the fucking Pinkertons after a YouTuber. Hey, City Slicker, help us out, would ya? We gotta cross the bridge, but some rubble's in the way. Here, my guys will help you out. That's right, us Blue Carol folks call them fancy bouncy doohickeys wherever we go. You never know when you might need them. I'll let you figure out what to do with all your book smarts. That's why I want the reserve list abolished. I want WotC to get sued. Here's the other thing, right? So despite the fact that I don't play Magic anymore, really, I'm not selling my Magic cards because I have that sort of autistic emotional connection to them. So them losing value, I guess technically if I end up like financially destitute, it would be nice to sell like $1,000 piece of cardboard. But as it stands, like, I'm not homeless. So, like, if the cards lost value, and I could sue Wizards for a loss of value, it would actually be financially beneficial to me, potentially. Most people that I know that own reserve cards are like, I don't mind the reserve list cards dropping in price if it means more people are playing my format. That's how I feel about it as well. Although I don't really have a my format anymore because so many legacy cards and legacy decks and legacy archetypes that I used to know, like, it's just not viable anymore. Like, I don't own Tabernacle because Tabernacle's expensive. I own it because Red Green Lands was, like, my favorite deck. It's a control deck, mostly using weird lands. It's awesome. And it's just not viable anymore because of the ridiculous power creep. I think it was Pleasant Kenobi that said the Horizon sets are the new rotations for Eternal formats. The bridge is fixed! Come on, boys, let's roll! Looks like this here elevator's busted. Not a problem. Boys! I hate the Modern Horizon set so much. In theory, being able to push something directly into Modern and skip Standard should be good, but in practice, it's just been awful. Good as new! Why don't you go on ahead? We'll meet you up there. Alright, I have a feeling we're getting ready to chapter boss. I might turn this Magic the Gathering talk into a Ice Rider, so I'll cut it here. Alright. Oh. There we go. Anytime I Alt-Tab, I have to remember. Yeah, let's just go to the vending machine.
Bro, boss, they're here. They're the ones I was telling you about.
Well, these are the filthy degenerates that have been causing problems on my construction site.
Yeah, these jerks was in here from corporate to help us, and they tore into us. They destroyed my house.
Pitiful. No matter. I built my house out of brick, because I am the only sibling with even a modicum of intelligence. It is impenetrable. I bid these peasants the best of luck in trying to dismantle it.
Alright, Wolfgang, you know what to do next.
Cute! As if I could be foiled by a light breeze. Uh-oh, that didn't work. We gotta try something else. Don't worry, I got this. Little pigs, let me in, let me in.
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
You know what? I've had enough of this. Sorry for chewing noises. I'm eating Fruit Loops now. Equipped with state-of-the-art weaponry, this impenetrable brick house is piloted by the youngest of the pig siblings. The arms are controlled by each of his older brothers and do a lot of damage. Try to take them out first, and then go for the house. Alright, we'll buckler throw you. And then ready Requiem you. Ooh, an army of pig robot. Oh, they're stealing my mocha? Oh no, they gave me mocha. They gave me mocha because of my pity flower. Okay. Buckler throw you. Okay, we'll shield you. Alright, Buckler Barrage? Yeah. And then... Synergy... Jam Session... No, I think what we do is we switch to Tinder. And synergy, buckler blowout you. Oh fuck, I fucked it up. All right, well we will fireball you. All right, buckler throw you. Items, donut, Flynn. Buckler throw you. And fire breath. Broke the house. Now they come out. My house! You destroyed it? How dare you! I'll make you pay! You think I won't get my hooves dirty? I'm a pig, remember? I was born rolling around in the mud, and I'm not scared to return it. I'll drag you down with me if it's the last thing I do. Oh, shit. Alright, let's switch to Wolfgang. No, I think... we Boba Tea with Flynn. And Flaming Fury, you two? Burn them. Burn, piggy, burn. Damn, that's so much damage! Alright. If we... oh, Blazing Whirlwind is 3 SP. Okay. Alright, let's buckler multi-bash y'all. Damn. Okay. Flaming Fury, you two. Okay. And then I think we buckler multi-bash and actually get it right this time. Oh my god, the timing on that is so tight. Okay. I don't have the synergy. Well, Flaming Fury, y'all. Okay, now I have the synergy for that. So let's immediately synergy Blazing Whirlwind, catch all the flames by moving left and right. And he's down. All right. Buckler bash. God, okay. Oh no. Fuck. Okay. I do not have the synergy for that. Alright, we smelting salts. Tinder. And flame on. Alright, so we fire breath you. Alright, buckler throw you. Fire breath. We got him! Okay. Victory is ours. This sort of lane system reminds me of the Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, so it's kind of like that in terms of like the front and back and type stuff. There's some added complications, like the people with shields can block 4 people behind them. And, there's verticality as well. They can stack on top of each other, like gnomes like to stack vertically, which is why that vine that shoots up from the ground is so strong, because it hits everyone in a vertical stack. Ugh, how could this happen?
Gee, bro, you're in pretty bad shape. Let's get out of here. This ain't over yet, bub.
We did it, friends! My village is saved! We're going to be so famous! I'm already brainstorming new ideas for a concept album based on our adventures. We'll call it Wolfgang and the Big Bad Buds! Yeehaw! You city slickers sure have some moves.
Literally none of us from a city.
Thanks! We're happy to help. What are unicorns gonna do now that the pigs are gone? We're leaving this place for greener pastures. Without the corporation threatening us, we don't want to work in this dead-end job no more. Alright, friends. Let's go back to the village and spread the happy news. Attention, everyone! We did it! We stopped the 3 little pigs and Ever After Inc. from bulldozing our village for their construction project. No one knows what they're talking about. Well, gosh, Wolfgang. I hope you didn't cause too much trouble for our porcine neighbors. They were just the nicest folks I ever met. No, but that's what I'm saying. They weren't nice after all. They were planning to destroy our entire village to build some apartments. Oh, gee, that can't be true. I'm sure I would have heard something about that if that was the case. Yep, these pigs never mentioned a word about it. Oh, sweet Wolfgang, you do tend to get carried away sometimes. I hope you enjoyed showing your new friends around, though. Once again, I apologize for our broken windmill. I'm just not sure what'll get it spinning. Oh well, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your stay here in Happy Howl Hollow. Okay, my buddies are grateful in their own way. By the way, if you don't mind, I'd like to keep traveling with you guys. Worlds of Storyworks to explore sounds exciting. It might be a bit...
Fine by me. You prove yourself quite useful.
Ooh, we get more synergy! Your synergy measures increased by 1 point due to excellent teamwork.
Anyways, seems like we're done here. With our construction project no longer operational, Ever After Inc. should be sufficiently crippled. I bet they're already packing up and leaving as we speak. We can't leave we can leave through the machine in the village library, right? Once we're unwrapping up here, let's head to my castle and finish off what's left of Ever After Inc.
Alright, we gotta fix the windmill first. Our windmill is spinning once again. You fixed it. Thanks, Wolfgang. How can I repay you? I know. Take this trinket. Attack boost. I hope it helped you throughout your travels. Attack boost costs 6. That's so much. Okay. There we go. We'll do it like this. Tinder gets an attack boost now. Fruit Loops ASMR. I know it's loud, I'm sorry. I need to eat. I must consume sustenance.
Hunger is a slow and insidious killer.
Hold on a second. There we go. Flint and Tinder, welcome back. Mr. Moon would like to see you in his office immediately. Please head right over. I guess this is it. We're getting fired.
Good. With their big construction project destroyed, Ever After Inc. is probably laying off everyone, going back to the real world now.
Yeah, you must be right. Let's go. Do you want to save the game? Yes. Ah, Flint! Welcome, welcome. Please have a seat. Oh shit, it's midnight. Y'all, I think we might call it here, actually. We finished the chapter. It's midnight. I think we call it here. I'll get back to this probably tomorrow. We'll do another stream tomorrow or something. But I want to wind down for the night. Ugh. I know we've only been live for like 2 hours. So sorry it's like short. But I'll do a longer one probably tomorrow. I did not realize how late things were. It's so hard to tell time when it's dark out.